Thank you for tuning in to Entertain the Geeky, your source for nerd news.
Guys, what's going on? Entertain the Geeky here.
What's going on, Chris?
Hello, Roger. And we are here to bring you...
The latest and greatest in nerd news.
What do you want to talk about first?
Well, okay, it was a huge week.
Put it to movies?
Yeah, what do we get? What do we got, Chris? Go ahead.
Okay, so FX is going to be... Danny Glover is going to be directing a Deadpool series on FX. That's pretty cool.
That is... Yeah, no, like... The fact that they're doing Deadpool as a cartoon is amazing. The fact that they're saying, hey, it's going to be an adult cartoon on FX is even better.
Yeah.
Because now, FX with Archer and their other shows, they know how to do things. I'm excited. I just want to know, is the theme song going to be X going to give it to you?
That'd be hilarious.
Like, it has to be. It has to be, right? We also got a new Hellboy.
Yeah, we did.
Like, and not PG-13 Del Toro Hellboy, but R-rated Hellboy.
That came with mixed feelings from fans.
Yeah, I'm upset we won't get to see the trilogy, especially considering the fact that we
a year ago they were petitioning for it.
And we tried so hard to get it done, but you know what? It didn't happen. So
we're getting a Stranger Things guy.
We're getting a Stranger Things guy. We're getting
Hellboy. What's his name again?
I don't know the actor's name, but he's the sheriff.
Yes, the sheriff from Stranger Things.
Yeah. We're gonna get 3 X-Force characters in Deadpool 2.
Woo.
As post-credit scenes.
Josh Brolin's bulking up to play Cable.
Yeah, he is. He's getting huge.
He posted a picture on Twitter of him with his personal trainer.
Yeah.
And he's getting pretty ripped.
You know, him and, I forgot his name now. Khal Drogo. Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
They should just work out together. Like, Jason Momoa should be Hollywood's personal trainer.
That guy's pretty shredded.
Like, he is. Here's the thing. Kevin Feige says the Watchers are shared between Marvel and Fox.
Yeah.
Which makes sense since Stan Lee's a Watcher. Just saying.
Confirmed.
Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd is getting a TV series.
Interesting.
I just hope they can get enough money to have Carl Urban do it.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Because for those of you who haven't seen Dredd, it's amazing. There's a lot going on. Ridley Scott's going to start shooting the next Alien movie in 14 months.
Yay!
Woohoo! We're getting another Blob remake with Sammy J.
Okay. I'm pretty indifferent to that.
DC's Black Lightning is coming to CW.
I'm interested in that.
Here's the thing, I haven't watched the CW Superverse at all because Smallville left such a bad taste in my mouth. Because the early seasons of Smallville, it was like Dawson's Creek meets Superman.
Yeah.
So I was out. And I haven't watched any of the new stuff. I just feel that... I was always afraid it was going to be that same thing.
Flash and Supergirl are awesome.
Are they? Well, Supergirl was on CBS first.
Oh, yeah, I guess it was.
It was.
Yeah, Flash and Supergirl have been good. Arrow, I disagree with just because it's Batman.
Because it's... Well, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is. It's Batman. And that's the issue that, comic book readers have with it. They're like, it's a cool show, but it's Batman. Because that's not Green Arrow.
I haven't watched it.
Legends of Tomorrow is a cool show. Very fun.
Is it? I haven't seen it. But guess what else we got?
What?
I wanted to drop the F-bomb so bad there. Blade Runner 2049 trailer.
Oh, man, that was so cool. And Jared Leto is creepy.
Yeah.
I knew he was creepy from the Joker, but seeing him just love on somebody's face while they're covered in goo, I was like, oh, man, you are a terrifying man.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Sylvester Stallone and Jackie Chan team up for a new action thriller called Ex-Baghdad.
Done.
I'm in.
We haven't had a good Jackie Chan flick in a long time.
No, we haven't. And Sylvester Stallone and Jackie Chan?
That'll be hysterical.
Luke Cage's villain Shade is confirmed to return for Season 2.
Woo!
ABC renews Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for Season 5.
That's honestly, I don't feel like that's much of a surprise. You know, I don't think that show's ratings are what they once were.
It's not,
but it has a loyal following.
It does. I mean, I've only seen a couple episodes, like of the first season.
Yeah,
and you know, I hear it gets better after Civil War. But
yeah,
I
heard after 4 episodes it got
I'm sorry,
better.
not Civil War, Winter Soldier.
I couldn't get through the first 4 episodes of it.
Yeah.
Like, after the first 4 episodes, it's really good. And
Here's my
I can't
thing.
do it.
Here's my thing. If a TV show doesn't grab me enough within like
In
3
4
hours,
episodes.
yeah, like it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to keep me like in there. I've watched some bad TV shows.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It just one little plot thread, just something to keep me going. And at the time when Agents of Shield started, it was just like supervillain of the week type stuff, and I wasn't into that. Ghostbusters has officially been rewritten as a Shakespearean play.
Ooh.
Speaking of Ghostbusters, did you see they discovered a new dinosaur? Nope. They named it Zool.
Did they really?
Yes, they did.
That's awesome.
They discovered it's a completely fossilized dinosaur, like skin and all.
No. I did see that. I didn't see that they named it Zool though.
Yeah, it's named Zool.
I saw the fossil and I was like, wow, that looks just like what we had in our textbooks.
Yeah, no, it's Zool.
Don't you wish fossils could preserve color so we knew what color those things were?
Yeah.
I just think it'd be fun.
Yeah. Disney Channel is developing a Footloose inspired high school zombie musical.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you there. Guess what?
What?
You want to read Joss Whedon's unproduced Wonder Woman script?
Nope.
Well, you can. You don't like Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon I do like. I don't worship him.
But don't you want to read what he wanted to do with it?
It would have been fun, but I'm honestly so geeked about his Batgirl.
Yeah.
Like that's I think that's a better call.
Yeah, I do too. Here's the shocking news to me that literally I looked it up right before we started doing this. Fox renewed The Exorcist not only for a second season,
but for a third.
And here's the thing.
You like that show.
I loved that show. In the middle of the first season, like towards the end, I got very upset because they did the big bombshell, and they're like, "Haha, we tricked you," and I hated it. But when they wrapped it up, I was like, "Okay, this is a decent little show that I didn't think would get renewed for a second season." I really wanted to go on to something that irked me, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 still continues to
dominate.
Just like
we need to hurry up and do a review on that.
We do. Yeah, new species of dinosaur discovered, officially named Zool from Ghostbusters. A new Thief game and movie could be released at the same time. Just saying. Chris, that's a lot of news we got through here.
There was a lot. We got through a lot in 8 minutes.
Yeah, so let's dive into this. What are you looking forward to out of all this stuff?
Ooh. This FX Deadpool.
FX Deadpool?
FX Deadpool. I'm actually really interested to see how it shapes out, because like Fox has a tendency of killing things that are good like that.
If it's on Fox, if it's on like the main network, they do. But FX, I mean, come on, they've let It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia go on for like 13 seasons now.
That went for
and it's still going.
Yeah,
I like The League. They let go on. Like FX, they tend to let shows just go and run their course.
The League was a good show.
It's the last couple of seasons.
I didn't watch the last couple. So that worked out.
But yeah, no, like FX, they just don't seem to care because the costs are low and it's not the mainstay. So who knows what'll happen? But guess what?
What?
Marvel teased again a Hulk Wolverine hybrid. Look at this picture. Look at that picture.
Woo.
Hulk with Wolverine clothes. Apparently they're getting ready to do something called Weapons of Mutant Destruction. But no one really knows what it is or why Wolvo Hulk exists.
Everybody is Wolverine. No, so basically this is kind of what I'm gathering. Since Wolverine is the original Wolverine, I guess,
is dead.
Yeah.
He dead. He hella dead.
Since he's dead, everybody's going to be Wolverine now.
The HellHydra.com takes you to President Trump's official White House website.
That's hysterical.
Like, I just saw that.
That is hysterical.
Hell Hydra. Vote Trump. Hell Hydra. New trailer for Twin Peaks is up, but no one really understands what's going on there.
Sometimes I wish we could talk politics on this show.
No. That would be bad.
Son of Zorn.
Canceled.
After what?
1 season.
That show was so good.
Yeah, canceled. It was on Fox's main network.
I know.
Canceled. Diane Lane says the Justice League movie
won't be as good as Avengers. I watched that interview, and I was like, wow, you're going to be out of a job. Because she goes, no and no, is how she answered it. So, is it going to be as good as Avengers? No. And, God, what was the second part of the question? It was brutal. And then she goes on to...
I didn't read this.
You probably should. Because she kind of... You're just like, wow.
Why isn't this as good? You obviously read the interview.
I think she understands that there was a build-up to Avengers that's not there.
You know what? Here's the thing. I get that, but Avengers wasn't that good of a movie.
Avengers was a fun flick.
It was fun, but it wasn't that good. It was a movie of let's get these characters together and then have one big fight, and that's what it was. If Justice League is going to try to do something different, and actually, I don't know, have character development in these movies and some drama,
but
maybe
they've kind of skipped out on the character development.
How do you know? You haven't seen the movie yet.
I'm talking about in their movies so far.
I don't know. Batman had development in Batman vs Superman.
A little bit.
Which
we have the same mom.
No, not even that. Like at the end, when like you see him go from Batman, dark brooding Batman, to remembering why with the death of Superman, remembering why he put on the cape and cowl to begin with. And you hear him, like, especially now in the trailer, he's like, I failed him once, I won't fail him again. Like, the death of Superman has impacted Bruce Wayne's life. Mm-hmm. You don't buy it.
Like, okay, Batman v Superman, I liked a lot better than critics did.
I did too. It was a good movie.
It was cool. It was fun.
But
there wasn't a whole lot of substance there.
Oh.
What?
Moment of silence. G.I. Joe action figure inventor Stan Weston has passed away. Alright, we're good there.
What G.I. Joe? Was it the original, the doll?
Yeah.
Or was it the ones that had the rubber band inside of them?
That they evolved from him. But the original G.I. Joe, the big tall one.
Yeah. Because I loved putting fireworks in between them.
And blowing them up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
And then they started making fireworks weak, so you couldn't blow them up anymore. They would just pop, and your guy would be fine. Maybe he'd have some scorch marks.
Yeah. Well, he survived war. That's how it works, right? Like you go through the Hells of War, and you come out with just a few scorch marks. Boop, boop, boop. Cable's getting a new comic, which makes sense since they're...
I can see it.
Marvel's like, hey, we're not going to make money off of...
off your movie, but
off your movies that we're not doing, but hey, guess what? We are gonna do this.
But they killed Wolverine.
Warhammer 40K got its new thing, new edition out.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are not liking it so much because it's completely different, and Games Workshop keeps screwing up their products. That's really all I have to say about that.
Well, let's talk Games Workshop for a minute because that's something that we ignore.
No, we ignore for a very good reason. We ignore Games Workshop.
You sell unassembled models
for $50 a pop, or more,
for astronomical prices
for a game that now you no longer need those models to play.
Correct.
And you're doing the same thing with 40K. You're kind of screwing up there, Games Workshop.
It seems stupid.
Yeah,
Like, okay, so I can go spend $17 on Reaper figs.
Yeah.
Get a whole army.
Okay.
And
play Warhammer.
Yes. Instead of the $40 for 2 guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you thinking?
They're thinking about getting people into the game, which I'm actually okay with that idea. I'm okay with them saying, hey, you don't need to buy our figs to play this game.
Drop the prices on your overpriced product.
But yeah,
it's an unassembled freaking model.
There's no reason that these models should cost as much as they do.
No!
Like,
it is obscene, and retailers get hurt by that model.
Well, yeah, and think about it. Like, I can go online and buy directly from Games Workshop cheaper than I can buy it from a store. You're cutting the brick and mortars out.
Honestly, Warhammer is something that I would buy secondhand if I were going to buy it.
Oh, I'd definitely buy it. Yeah,
there's no way I'd buy it new.
No, but if you wanted to, it's just cheaper to go on their own website.
No, it's so... I can't even wrap my head around that. And the only thing that's enticing about it is painting.
Yeah. In which I can buy a $10 model and do
that's
made saying. Of metal and almost,
I could buy a $3 model that's made of the same plastic.
Yeah.
I don't have to assemble it.
No. And I can paint it as much as I want.
Yep.
Yeah. We agree.
And then if I get bored with it, paint thinner and I'll redo it.
Like, here's the thing. Like, Warhammer's a good game.
Was.
Okay, it was a good game. It has survived while a lot of miniature games have come and gone.
Mm-hmm.
But Games Workshop has gone through 3 CEOs in the past 7 years now. So something's wrong.
Well, yeah, obviously the company's suffering.
And people aren't buying
Drop the prices on your freaking product.
Well, it's not even just the prices. Figure out a way to redo the line. Do
Rebrand
something.
yourself.
Well, I think they've tried to with Age of Sigmar and this new 40K. And
now, dude.
But you're the thing is this: if you're going to rebrand yourself, great. Don't piss off your old customers.
They need to reprice themselves.
Yeah.
That would get people into the game.
It is expensive, but it's not price comparatively. Playing Warhammer is on par with any of the other games. Like, let's be honest, it is expensive. That initial investment is expensive. But if I want to play Magic, I'm looking at $700.
I can spend $20 and have a deck that works.
Yeah, but you're not going to be competitive. You're not going to be at that level.
You can be competitive with that deck, dude.
Go.
Relentless Rats deck made a top 8
out of like 4 people.
No, not out of like 4
out
people.
Of like 4 people.
It was at a freaking it was at a PTQ.
Out of 20 people, it top 8.
Oh, whatever. You can be as pissy as you want. But there's a bunch of homebrew decks and stuff like that do super well because nobody in the meta expects it, because everybody's used to a meta, and you can build a deck for $20 deck tech, and you can actually do well.
Guys, I don't recommend going out and listening to Chris and spending $20 on a Magic deck and expecting to do well. Just saying.
You can.
Yeah, and I can roll a 20 on a D20 300 times in a row. It's possible.
It's deck tech. You have to make a deck that is technically sound. I'm not saying you throw a bunch of random cards together and you will top 8. I'm just saying
the investment of Warhammer compared to Magic and everything else is on point. Especially because of the fact that Standard rotates every 3 months.
Standards
or 6
have
months.
seen too.
A year. Now, hold on. Wizards has changed it again. It's now every year it rotates. It's no longer 6 months intervals.
You know why?
Because they realized it was so stupid.
Well,
Games Workshop, hold on. Games Workshop. This is how you fix your mistake. You go, "Oh, I'm sorry," and you go back to the way things were.
Well, no, because I called this. I was like, "That's going to spike prices in Standard."
It did,
and it did.
And I said it was stupid, and it would stop creativity in the format in the game, and it did. So that happened. But Games Workshop, get your crap together.
Oh, and while we've got you here, Happy Mother's Day to all you moms.
Our future moms, or that I guess that's really all you can be, is a mom or a future mom, right?
Yeah. Or a past mom.
I don't know.
Cry.
Oh my god, that got really dark, Chris. You got really dark. I don't like that.
That was brutal.
I don't like that. Hey, guess what? Real quickly before we get out of here, the X-Men TV show, The Gifted, has a trailer.
Ooh.
And a title, The Gifted.
The Gifted.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see...
Runaways looks sick, too.
Runaways does look really good. Like, they're doing a really good job with this whole multi-franchise formats, things.
It's so hard to describe, but they're doing a good job with it.
Hey, guess what? Fox is not giving up the X-Men rights at any time in the future.
I was hoping they'd give up Fantastic Four rights, but they're doing another Fantastic Four movie.
Maybe they can do it right.
I don't.
Like, think about it. Okay, if they put the love and care of Fantastic Four as they've put into the Logan movie, or
here's the thing with the Logan movie or with Deadpool. With Logan, okay, you have Hugh Jackman, the guy that's been Wolverine for 17 years, saying, "Hey, this is how it's going to be. We're going to make a lot of money," and they're like, "Okay."
Okay. Well, I think Deadpool paved the way for them to go.
Straight up. But that was fans raging over a leaked trailer.
That was, yeah. But if they took that care to Fantastic Four instead of saying, "Hey, let's figure out a way to make money,"
that's having somebody actually care about the character, though. It's not the studio doesn't. No, that's part of the problem.
But the studio hires someone who cares and says, "Let's do a Fantastic Four movie right," which I think they could. If they made the Fantastic Four what it's meant to be, which is a family drama, because it's a family drama. If they made it like The Incredibles, imagine this: if they did an adult version of The Incredibles.
You know, they...
Yeah, you're in now.
No, it'd be cool. This past week, Kevin Feige Fig, however you say his name. I think it's Feige.
Marvel. We just call him Marvel.
Yeah, Mr. Marvel.
Mr. Marvel. Remember when that used to be
character? That's
no, not a character like
or Captain
oh God,
Marvel, I'm sorry.
Who was that guy? He's
oh yes, I know who.
God,
dang it.
Brian Michael Bendis.
Yes.
When Brian Michael Bendis was Mr. Marvel
Yes.
and Joe Quesada. Remember when those guys were in charge?
Absolutely.
How great comics were.
But Mr. Marvel.
Yeah, Kevin Feige
was talking about the Marvel's relationship with Fox and shared characters and that sort of thing. And I feel like it always gets darkest before dawn with character rights. We saw it with Spider-Man. A week before they were like, hey, Spider-Man's going to be in the MCU. He was like, nope, never going to happen. And in this interview, he was like, it's not in the works right now. And I'm like, that means it's in the works right now. I feel like it does.
I hope not.
I'm
sorry. I still think you leave X-Men and the Marvel mainstay characters and keep them out of their own. They don't need to share a universe.
No, the X-Men can stay out of it.
Right.
I'm okay with that. It'd be cool to have Wolverine in there.
Wolverine's an X-Men.
I know, but he's a great Avenger.
You just want Wolverine. Like, you right now sound like every 90s kid. When in the comic book stores, does this issue have Wolverine in it? No. I'm out.
I read Wolverine in the 90s.
I'm out.
Look at my wall. There's one right there.
Yeah, I get that. But remember when Wolverine was everywhere? Like, every week he was in a different comic. Like, it made no sense. Wolverine, why are you with Guardians of the Galaxies this week? I just needed to boost comic sales.
Yep.
He doesn't need to... These movies are making money without Wolverine. Wolverine doesn't need to be in them. Drop the mic. I'm done.
Wolverine's probably going to be gone for a while.
Yeah, they're going to have to recast him.
I bet they give him a year or two.
Real quickly, because we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
If you had to pick perfect cast to play Wolverine, who would it be?
I don't know. I'd find a no-name. You got to have the right build. They need to get a short guy that's beefed up.
Daniel Craig.
I don't even know who that is.
James Bond. Give him... Dye the hair.
No.
Yep, Daniel Craig.
You're wrong.
Did you hear that? Oh, fuck, we gotta go.
Yeah. All right, guys. Go to entertainthegeeky.com. Click like, love, follow, comment, subscribe.
All that good jazz.
All the social media stuff. We want you inside of our lives.
Or inside of us.
Yeah, in our heart.
Yeah.
All right, go to beastescaperoom.com too.
Enter that promo code Geeky.
20% off your next escape room experience. Stay geeky.
I'll be back.